No guns, no cars, just me, a spear, and way too many angry mammoths. I thought going for the Platinum in Far Cry Primal would be chill. Turns out, it's one of the wildest Far Cry games I've played so far. Far Cry Primal drops you into the Stone Age with nothing but instincts, fire, and a tribe to protect. And if you're going for the Platinum trophy, you better be ready to hunt, craft, explore, and survive like a true Wenja. In this video, I'm going to break down my full Platinum journey from the best parts of the grind to the most frustrating trophies that had me questioning my sanity. Is this prehistoric Platinum worth it in 2025? Let's find out. Real quick, if you have no idea what this game is, I'm going to help enlighten you. Far Cry Primal is one of the most unique entries in Ubisoft's long-running Far Cry series. I say that because this game was originally released in 2016 and it flips the modern gun-toting formula on its head and drops the players into 10,000 BC, the Stone Age. No machine guns, no vehicles, no radios. Just raw survival. And this is happening after the previous two installments, Far Cry 3 and Far Cry 4, which embraced all of those things that I just mentioned. You play as Takar, a lone hunter from the Wenja tribe trying to unite his people and survive a brutal world filled with rival clans, wild beasts, and the constant threat of extinction. The game trades bullet spray for spears, bows, and clubs, relying heavily on crafting, exploration, and beast taming. While it uses the same engine as Far Cry 4, Primal completely reimagines the gameplay loop to focus on primitive combat, survival instincts, and open world exploration. The language is fictional and fully voice acted. The map is dense with prehistoric danger, and yes, you can ride a saber-toothed tiger into battle. That has to be by far my favorite thing within this game. This may not be everyone's favorite Far Cry, but it's definitely one that makes the boldest statement, and that makes the Platinum trophy for this one all that more interesting. But anyways, let's jump into the Platinum journey. Starting off the game, I managed to get introduced to Takar and the other Wenja tribe's people, and I joined them on their hunt for a baby mammoth. After having a successful hunt, it was interrupted by a saber-toothed tiger, and the leader of the tribe pushed us off a cliff to save us. After we made our way through the cave and fought off the saber-toothed tiger with some fire, we managed to make it out of the cave and made our way to Oros, and we got the first trophy of the run. I was introduced to the Udam, who had been terrorizing the Wenja since they came to Oros, and I was told by another member of the cave that she wanted me to go out and find other members of the Wenja and bring them back so we could start our own village at the cave. So I went out and found Tensei, who helped me tame Beast of Oros, and after finally convincing him to come back to the village, I got the trophy, Spiritual Advisor. Now, after recruiting Tensei, I managed to upgrade one of my huts to level 2, and I got the trophy, Home Improvement. Right after this, I got notified that the Udam realized that we were growing the village, and that they were going to attack. So after a little bit of time and a bunch of clubs to the faces, I managed to repel the attack and got the trophy, Spear Crew. I also managed to complete a few different Wenja events and got my village population to 20 and got the trophy, Subdivisions. I finally got the options to recruit the rest of the specialists within the game, and after I recruited 3 of them, I got the following trophies: Grey Huntress, Mr. Fix-It, Deadeye. Also, while traveling, I managed to discover 15 different locations and got the trophy, Map Maker. I also decided while I was traveling I wanted to try to tame all of the animals that I saw that were different. And after getting 7 tamed beasts, I got the trophy, Menagerie. Also, one of the beasts I managed to tame was a rare one, and I got the trophy, Fancy Friend. While unlocking outposts and bonfires during the game, I had crafted a bunch of different arrows and spears, and I got the trophy, Armor. Speaking of taking over bonfires and outposts, I try to focus on as much stealth as possible and get as much experience as possible, so I managed to do 25 takedowns and got the trophy, Killer's Belief. I also was focusing on trying to do one specialist mission at a time, and while I was completing the Huntress missions, I got access to Great Beast Hunts, and I managed to tame the Bloodfang Sabertooth and got the trophy, Here Kitty. After getting the Bloodfang Saber, this whole game changed. It was nice having a beast that was actually super strong and useful. But I managed to get the trophy, Sikkim, for eliminating 50 enemies with the tamed beast. I completed my 12th specialist mission and got the trophy, 12 Labors. And even though the Sabertooth was really good, I still felt like he went down pretty often, but I got the trophy, Veterinarian, for healing a tamed beast 25 times. Next, while I was traversing the map, I tried to focus on taking as many enemies out as I could while I was riding the Sabertooth, and eventually I got the trophy, Out of My Way. Also, if you didn't know, this game does require you to get a certain number of combat kills with each weapon, and I had tried to focus on one weapon at a time. So firstly, I used the club, and after what felt like an eternity, I got my first combat trophy, and Stay Down. Also, I think one of my big complaints about this game is that story missions are considered a part of the overall story, like the specialist ones are considered story missions. So since this was actually my first time playing this game all the way through, since it came out, I didn't really know which ones actually progressed the story further. So after doing a bunch of different missions, I finally managed to meet Azila and got the trophy Liberator. Right after finishing this story mission, I managed to capture an outpost, and during this outpost, I managed to get my 15th kill with my owl and got the trophy Feathered Friend. It is crazy how big this owl is compared to the people within this game. This actually made me go on a crazy binge of looking up owls and seeing their legs and everything, which if you haven't seen, please don't. It's like a scary horror film. But this owl's an absolute unit. I also started to utilize the bombs within this game, and I managed to get my 10th kill with the sting bombs for the trophy Bees. I also managed to tame a random animal, and then I had to turn on it. And this was one of the hardest things that I had to do within a video game before. And once the animal went down, I skinned it, and I got a trophy. Probably not worth the platinum, honestly. But I got the trophy Tears of Shame. I went deeper into the Udam territory, and when trying to escape the cavern, I managed to walk away with 2 trophies. Bullseye for defeating an enemy with an arrow from 70 feet away, and Uncaged for escaping the Udam caverns. Not much happened after this story-wise, but I managed to get a few miscellaneous trophies. Skirmish, David and Goliath, Sharpshooter, Quick Draw, and Flammable. At this point, Takar was a lot stronger and I had progressed a bit further, so it was finally time to complete the last 2 great beast hunts, and I went for the Great Scar Bear and the Snowblood Wolf. After completing both hunts, I walked away with 2 new tame beasts and 2 new trophies, Big Teddy and Good Boy. During my entire time playing this game, there was one trophy that had been eluding me the entire time, and it was managing to kill an enemy target from more than 50 feet away with a spear. But finally, after multiple attempts, I finally got the trophy, right on target. After finally pulling that off though, I managed to get my 100th kill with the spear and got the trophy Skewered. Now I decided to focus back on the story, and after progressing a little bit further, I managed to steal the Mask of Crotty, and I got the trophy Crotty. Right after this, I managed to find and take down the Blood Tusk Mammoth for the trophy Endangered. I only had 2 combat trophies left, so while I completed the last few forts, I managed to collect 3 trophies after completing the last fort. Gotcha, Bad Trip, Expansion. I also decided to complete the 2 forts available within this game and got the trophy Conquest. Finishing the main story, I managed to defeat both the Udam leader as well as the Izili leader, and got the trophies Evolution in Action and To Ash. This basically put an end to the main story. I still had a few different specialist missions to complete for the few specialists that I recruited from the Udam and the Izili, but I figured that can wait. I wanted to finish off some more miscellaneous trophies that would be easier to make me feel better about my overall trophy count. So I immediately discovered the Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon Easter egg within the game and collected the trophy Mark for Wenja. I also went to the top of a snowy mountain and jumped off for the trophy Kinda of Faith. I also finished the last few hunts I needed for rare skins so I could finish off the last few upgrades I needed, and once I successfully upgraded all of the huts within the village, I got the trophy Real Estate Baron. All that was left now was basically grinding the skills, collectibles, and side missions. So without going in and boring you to death with how this game was, I managed to complete all the side missions and got 3 different trophies. Master Tracker, Pressure Enemies, and Good Neighbor. All while doing these different side missions, I was trying to collect as many collectibles as possible, and I managed to collect all 80 and got the trophy Cave Hoarder. I only did the collectibles on the surface, because the caves within this game can take forever to travel through, and honestly sometimes you can get lost within them. But let me tell you, even doing the ones that were just on the surface, it still felt like a massive grind and it took forever. It really didn't, but it felt like it did. But the last thing I had to do was unlock all of the skill points within this game. Now, this really wasn't too much of an issue, but I did have some issues since I had rushed through most of the main story and didn't really focus on trying to earn as much experience as possible during my time playing the game. So by the time it came to farming skill points, I needed like 20 plus skill points. I think it was like 27, which was going to be an issue because I had like 3 points left that I could earn from the side missions. So what did this mean? Well, basically I had to go back and farm and grind all of the different forts and outposts. Yeah, this sucked. And I needed a total of like 3 resets, which meant I had to clear all the forts and outposts a total of like 3.5 times, I think is what it ended up being. And that doesn't include the initial time when I played the game through. But after like 3 hours of farming, I finally completed the trophy Expert Wenja. And with that, finally came the trophy Apex Predator. And we were finally done, and the platinum was ours. So how was Far Cry Primal? Was it good? Did I enjoy the game? How was the platinum? To be totally honest, I actually really enjoyed my time with this game. This game was actually the second Far Cry I was ever exposed to right after playing Far Cry 3, but unfortunately when this game released, I was still big into Call of Duty. so I never really got to truly experience this masterpiece of a game. Sure, is this everyone's favorite Far Cry within the series? I'm sure it isn't, but I enjoyed this game a ton. Now the Platinum, this is a little bit of a different story. I really didn't enjoy this one. Towards the beginning it was perfectly fine, but I did feel like it was slowing down quite a bit towards the end. I also felt like it was one massive grind and I got extremely tired of it. Sure, it didn't take crazy long, but it was damn near worse having to grind out all those skill points than having just earned them throughout the story. But whatever. It is finally done and I'm finally able to move on to Far Cry 5 soon. If you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like button and subscribe. If you have any game or series of games you want to see me 100% or Platinum, drop a comment down below. And I'll see you in the next one.